When I was young, I had a Beatles wig, but those long pointy boots, they were just too big. But now I'm older, I'm just 19, my feet have grown, and there's a whole new scene.
Out there, it's Ryan Kidd back with a Vinyl Finds video. This is the Pop Rivets. Let me turn down the rivets here. How's everybody doing out there? Thanks for stopping by the Kids channel again, much appreciated. So you might be wondering, Ryan's got a cup of coffee in his hand instead of his usual Budweiser. And it's very early that this video is being uploaded. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what happened. So yesterday, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm getting ready to make this Vinyl Finds video. And I see on my subscriptions, I see Rachel the Music Man pre-game Jason Skills interview. And I said, no way. I said, my boy's getting an interview, so I can't make a video right now. I've got to go over and support my rock and roll brother, Jason Skills. So I did, and that was an excellent interview. Rachel's very good at that stuff, and Jason was on fire, dude. He had all the energy. It was great, man. And so after that video, I was pumped, and I was like, all right, let's make the video. So I do this video, and it's like 23 minutes long, and then I wait all this time to upload it. And it uploads. But you know how I usually have like cool stuff in the background on this TV when I do videos out here? Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this one, I don't know. But I had this in the background, The Clash, Rude Boy. And dude, I got an email like 5 minutes after my upload, and they banned it in like Canada and the USA, and I was like, oh shit, man, I gotta delete it and do it over. And I was so deflated, I was so defeated, I quit for the night. So I'm gonna wake up tomorrow before work and we're gonna do this Vinyl Finds video. So here I am. Let's get into the Vinyl Finds. The opening was the Pop Rivets, Fun in the UK, the album's greatest hits. It's not a greatest hits album. I don't really think they even had a hit. But this band is terrific, man. This is a great punk record from 1979. I had spoken about it on my top 100 punk albums of the 1970s, saying how we would get in there, but I didn't have it. I didn't know that it was reissued. So when I looked it up, I found out Damaged Goods put out a really nice reissue of it. So I picked it up, man. This is not the original cover. I think this cover stinks. I don't like it. But the back is cooler. Cool pictures and stuff. So, yeah, so you heard from the intro kind of what a little taste of the Pop Rivets, and it's a very spastic kind of bouncing off the walls, punk, energetic kind of sound. They've got a sense of humor as well with songs like Bacon, which is in the background now, Lambretta Vespa Scooter, Craton, Disco Fever, but the fifth song, Commercial, is probably my favorite song on the record. If you're familiar with the Disco Zombies, it gives me kind of a Disco Zombies kind of feel. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. The only knock on this album that I have is some of the songs are far too long. We had talked in a live stream, it might have been last week or the week before, but you know, like a regular band can do a 4-minute rock song and it's cool, it's just the way the song goes. But a punk band doing a punk song for 4 minutes can feel like a fucking eternity. And some of those songs, it happens on here, but overall, I think it's a really great album from 1979, the Pop Rivets' greatest hits. Now, I'll show you too, it came on really nice wax. I'm not really crazy about colored vinyl, I don't go out of my way to get it, but this came on really nice green wax. So, yeah, that's the first one. And the second record I'm going to show you, this is awesome because this is a total happy accident, a crazy kind of coincidence. So I was in the record store looking through the racks, and something jumped out at me, caught my eye, I'd never heard before. Never heard the name, the cover looked cool, and it's by a band called the Milkshakes. All right, so this is their debut album from 1981 called Talking About the Milkshakes. And the funny thing, the coincidence about this whole thing, that Pop Rivets album that I purchased has a guy in the band named Billy Childish. Turns out that Billy Childish is also in the Milkshakes. So I had no idea. So it's been like a Billy Childish week for the kid, which is pretty awesome, man. I love when stuff like that happens. You never know what you're going to find when you get home and start researching this stuff that you don't know about, you know. But I'm going to play a little bit of the Milkshakes, and then we'll talk about them. I really dig this record. Very punky garage. I think you'll all really dig it. I love when those genres collide, man. She'll Be Mine is the name of this song. Yeah, it's shaking. It's moving, dude. It's groovy. I don't know what's on the right. I'm gonna see my way tonight. Nothing gonna get in my way. Nothing can make me stay away. Another Damaged Goods reissue. So we'll turn down the Milkshakes a little bit so we can talk about them. So this is the debut from 1981. I think if you like, obviously if you like garage, you'll be into the Milkshakes. I think if you like those, I love the solo. Trash solo. Rock and roll. I love those little riffs, dude. And this album's chock full of them. So, like I was saying, I love showing you guys solos. Like I was saying, if you like garage, you'll obviously like it. If you dig those British beat groups like from the 60s, I think you'll like it. Obviously, if you like punk, it's a great kind of like garagey punk style stuff. Some of this stuff, even the guitar twang and tone on some of the stuff reminds me of Link Wray. So I think they have a pretty reminiscent sound of like Link Wray and some of their guitars. But yeah, this was a really, it was a blind buy. I thought it was cool, man. And the record store had two more reissues. One was called like After School Sessions, and the other one was like the Milkshakes in Germany. So before we move on, I just want to play the intro to this second song because it's nasty. I love it. This nasty saxophone comes in. It's awesome. Ready? Rock and roll sleaze. That's what I like, man. Very cool. Wait for the vocals. It sounds like kind of a demented brand new Cadillac. It's really cool. So we're going to move on. I'll turn down the Milkshakes a little bit. We'll keep it in the background because the next three records I'm going to show you, I'm not going to do a needle drop on because I think they're records that people have heard before. We don't need to play them again. But the first one was a major hole in my collection that I didn't have, but now I do. I saw it. I had to get it. It's All By Myself by Rick Agnew. And this is a reissue on Frontier. It was originally released in 1982. And Rick Agnew is probably one of my favorite punk musicians, man. Played on that first Adolescence record, which is one of my favorite punk records of all time. Then went on to Christian Death. And also played in D.I. So an amazing career. You know, and then you've got this solo album that just rips, man. It's got that great California punk sound, sometimes with some creepy organs thrown in there that gives it a little bit of a gothy undertone. And I think two songs on this record were snagged for D.I.'s Ancient Artifacts album. OC Life and Falling Out. I think that came out in 85, Ancient Artifacts. Very cool record. But I love this Agnew record, man. This is great. and it comes on this like snot rocket green vinyl. I think it's great, man. But yeah, like I said, we're not going to drop the needle on everything, man. We've heard this record. The next one is a compilation on New Underground Records. If Life's So Ugly, Why Not Kill Yourself? Is the name of the title. And dude, this is a great punk rock compilation. It starts off with Red Cross, then The Descendants, Anti, Ill Will, Civil Dismay, China White, Mood of Defiance, The Minutemen. I mean, it's chock full of great punk rock bands and songs. And there's only 2 songs on here that I don't like, but the other one that jumped out to me was by the Urinals. They had a song called I'm a Bug, and I loved that song. And on this compilation, they have a song called She's a Drone. It's excellent, dude. The only 2 I didn't like were Zurich 1916 and Plebs. The songs kind of stunk on ice, dude. But the rest of it is fantastic. It's a great punk comp. And I think this is something that, it's not super expensive, but it gets a tiny bit pricey, maybe a $30 comp. But you can see I've got like water damage on the cover. But it doesn't bother me, man. As long as the record's okay, I'm cool with that. There's the labels. And but the next one I'm going to show you that we're not going to do a needle drop on, I was really pumped at, because I got this for like, I think a steal. I got an original copy of Jerry Lee Lewis, his self-titled album on Sun Records. There's the label. And you know, not only is this a great record, the killer rules, man. We all know that. But you know, it's in great shape. And it's just such a great artifact, you know, from where I'm living now in Memphis. You know, this is a part of, you know, that 1958 Sun Records sound. It's an artifact of, you know, the legacy of rock and roll that Memphis helped shape, you know. But yeah, I love this record. So we're gonna do another needle drop here. This is one. Okay, so I don't know. This has probably happened to a bunch of you guys during the pandemic. And it happened to me, but, you know, I pre-ordered something. I pre-ordered this thing, dude, honestly, I think like 7 months ago. It was definitely over 6 months. And it's on gray wax. And I totally forgot about it, man. I just totally forgot about it. I didn't even think about it. And then, like 2 days ago, it wound up on my doorstep. It's by a band called Kirk The Jerks. And I was so pumped when this finally came, dude. And Kirk The Jerks were a punk rock band from, I think, like 86 to 95. And I'm going to play a song. And this was recorded in 1986 on a 4-track in the guitarist's parents' house. And, you know, for 86, it sounds like something that could have came out of the late 70s. And the B-side to the record tells a much different story of the band, and we'll play a song off that just so you can see the contrast. But this is Kirk The Jerks' Hang On to the Dream, 1986. I think you're really going to dig it. With a ton of extra stuff. This whole first side is like anthem after punk anthem. It's really cool. So much stuff, man. Like never end. More. I love it, man. So I'll keep this in the background. The packaging was phenomenal, and the label did a great job on all this stuff. Division Street Sounds. There's a little sticker that came in. You also get a Kirk The Jerks sticker. You get, this is my favorite sticker. Skate rock is not a crime. I love that. Then you're getting a lyric sheet. Very nice. And then you get the set list, some live pictures and stuff. On the back is a really nice bio. Very cool. The coolest part was, I don't know if this was even advertised, dude. I didn't know about it. Inside is 2 CDs. And it's the entire Kirk and the Jerks discography, dude. So whatever you don't get on this record, you're going to get on these 2 CDs. It's fantastic, man. They did a great job on this, and you know what? It was worth the wait. It was a bummer that you had to wait so long, but I like these really simplistic punk solos. This could be like Cockspire riffs, you know? It's like something off Shock Troops. But if it wasn't for labels like Division Street Sound and all these cool like reissue labels, you know, I wouldn't be able to hear stuff like this. I live for this kind of stuff, man. This is great. And there was like a super deluxe version that came with a skate deck. That would have been cool to have, but I'm not going that crazy yet. Now, you're here and Hang On to the Dream, and I'm going to flip it over like I was talking about that contrast. How different this band became. So, either Kirk and the Jerks made some personnel changes, or they really started practicing a lot, or they like moved to the Sunset Strip and became Faster Pussycat. So I'm gonna play this song. I think it's called like Gun and a Tear or something. Yeah, Gun and a Tear. And dude, it doesn't even sound like there's shredding and stuff. It's pretty wild. It's still really good. This is Gun and a Tear by the same band, Kirk and the Jerks. Where did this come from? Somebody was practicing. Kirk and the Jerks. So you get the idea. They became like Sunset Strip metal. But yeah, it's still really cool. I dig it. So the next record I'm going to show, I've got 2 more to show you. So thanks for sticking around. I think Vinyl Richie had showed this in one of his previous vinyl finds, but I got to show it too because I love it, man. I was really digging this record. And I want to play the second track on here. So the record I'm going to show is The X, History's What's Happening. And look at that cover. It's demented, dude. I had recently showed, in a couple of Vinyl Finds videos ago, I bought their first record, Disturbing Domestic Peace, and I really liked it. But History's What's Happening, their second album, far superior to the first album, I think. This is a song called Barricades. Love those drums, I love the bass. They're like an anarcho Gang of 4 kind of sound. The drums and the bass, I think, carry the whole album. Drum solo. Comes in his poster. Like a 10-page book. Pretty wild. Super simple, minimalistic. I like it a lot. And the one thing that this record has, I think the songs are better, but also there's probably one song on this record that's over 2.5 minutes. And it's perfect. The rest of them are most of them are under 2 minutes. The first record had some longer songs. They were still good, but not as good as this. And The X History is what's happening. I can't recommend this enough. Like I said, they were in that anarcho scene, but they give me like a really like Gang of Four kind of vibe. So if you like those bands, I think you'd be into it. And that first reissue also came with like a ton of extra stuff, 7-inch as well. But so I'm going to show you one more record, and this is a brand new record from 2021. And I really dig it, man. I've been listening to it a lot. So I was at the record store the other day, and I was talking to the dude who works there, and we were laughing about Dracula Invitational 1791. I was talking about it, and he's like, "Oh, dude, if you like that label just put out another record." And the band is called Science Man. The album is called 2. And okay, if I was going to describe to you what Science Man sounds like, now this is something that's usually probably out of my wheelhouse. But after, like I said, I've been listening to it a lot. I like it. It's really aggressive. It's noisy. It's almost like Big Black or Scratch Acid or something like that, you know. And it's on Big Neck Records, same as the Hamilton's Dracula Invitational. And let's just play, dude. This is a 45 speed, yeah. This first song is called Top of the Crown. I like Hit the Switch, the next song. Best. Poster inside. Very cool. First press comes with a flexi disc 7-inch. That's very cool. Science Man 2, 2021. I like this cover too. Wow. So we'll turn it down a little bit. So that's my vinyl finds for the week. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming by and stopping, checking it out. Be good to each other. Be well out there, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, everybody. I'm going to leave you with a little Science Man. Take care, everybody.